Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
Hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm your Riz.
And you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly esteemed opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct. You know where we can find that?
Yes,
In the Wrestling Ham.
that's right.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
Hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm your Riz.
And you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly esteemed opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct. You know where we can find that?
Yes,
In the Wrestling Ham.
that's right.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
Hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm your Riz.
And you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly esteemed opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct. You know where we can find that?
Yes,
In the Wrestling Ham.
that's right.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
Hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm your Riz.
And, you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct. Do you know where we can find that?
Yes.
On the Wrestling Mayhem.
That's right.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com. This show is brought to you by Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/awesomecast. Time to get geeky, get awesome. It is the AwesomeCast. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on all the places on the social medias. Hey, first of all, a quick shout out to my friend Austin Carnes. I just went down there and did a session with him down at Point Park University, and I'm going to be on the Two Jagoffs podcast this Sunday. If you want to hear a lot about behind the scenes on some production and pro wrestling stuff around the Pittsburgh area and other stuff that I've gotten into. But with me, joining me on the show, Dutters is on assignment, but I got once again with me Dave Podner of the iPhoneography podcast. How you doing, sir?
Glad to be here, Sorg. Glad to be here.
Woo, I need more caffeine or something. What's going on? Ah, man.
Well, if people have been following you on social media, you have been doing lots of travel.
I got back at 6 o'clock yesterday. It wasn't too bad. Katie had it worse. She had to go straight to a Penguins game.
Yeah, especially the Penguins game. That made it worse. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
either way, hey, you know what? Let's celebrate the only way we know how with our awesome thing of the week. Do you want mine first or do you want to do yours first?
Let's do yours first.
All right, I got a physical thing. I was gonna just talk about those on the Wrestling Mayhem show because it's kind of related because there's the sponsors. But I got a physical thing right here, and
Whoa!
It's big. It's bigger than
I did not. I have seen the ads for this.
It's bigger than he expected, right?
Yes.
That's
what she said.
Hold on, here I'm going to talk through the hole. I thought I could get it into my luggage to start it. So today has been day 1. And
Okay.
I got 90 days to work on my dad bod. I am 45 years old, and I get the ads for this all the time. Also, the ads have Edge and Christian from wrestling in them, because they're attached to this. And this is why I'm getting all of it. I love that does this look as ridiculous as it feels right now as I'm speaking through
it's absolutely wonderful.
I'm speaking through the hole in the pure plank right now.
It looks like you're. But first of all, are you going to give us the 5-second pose?
Hold on a second. Let me get you. 5 seconds. No, you should have saved that for the other show.
Oh, I'm probably not going to be on the other show.
Well,
so.
remind us in the chat room. So
Okay,
the idea of this is it's the pure plank. Yes, another workout device because I need something else to try. But I've been getting it a lot. I've been seeing all the things, and my Instagram and Facebook are exploded with these pure plank ads. And of course, as soon as I purchased it, I started getting different planks. So that I had not seen up until this point. So let me get over here so you can kind of see the visuals. So the idea is it's for that core thing, and you know the planking where you're on your elbows, and that's always been a difficulty for me. I've done it's one of the reasons I wasn't doing the core on fitness, Apple Fitness, because that's been like a problematic thing for me. I'm kind of larger and older and not like built up for this, and it's very hard, and they say, hey, this is hard for us too. So the idea is it's a board with handles, adjustable handles, and it does include an app. So I did the video that kind of like did the standard ones, and it's pretty simple. Like you got somebody on there that's like doing the positions, and you have a clock on screen in the app. So it's pretty straightforward for that. So I really appreciated that. It does feel so much easier to do this. I did feel like I was getting a good workout after a 10-minute situation, and I'm thinking that this is something that I can use with Fitness Plus, with Apple Fitness when I do the core stuff,
Right.
and just like work this into it, right? So
I should be able to.
So pretty straightforward. It's got a. Let me get my microphone somewhere I can. I just went. I just bumped the thing. This is a bad day not to have the secondary camera up. So the idea is, so you got your clock, so you can do your sessions there. But I feel like I'm going to use the phone app most, so I don't think that's going to be a big thing for me. And these handles. So what you do is you push down on the green button. Boop. Hold on. I'm at a bad angle, and it disconnects. So it's a pretty easy kind of mechanism there. It has that kind of like,
Now, is it padded? Is the handle somewhat padded, or
yeah,
is
the handle's pretty good and rubbery kind of grip to it as well, so you can get a good grip on that. So the idea is, and you just plug it in where you need it, and then when it's time to store, you stick it up in the hole up here, and you're pretty good to go. It falls out. I think it's for like storing like flat or something like that. So, and I think this is slightly magnetized for the timer, which I realize is upside down right now. So this is nice because the one I did today, it has the two, so you do a general plank, but then there was a side plank, and it showed you put one of them in the center, and you could do the side thing from that. Right. I still, unless you have some good carpeting, I do recommend you still have a yoga mat along with this, because your knees are still going to feel it, and your feet and everything like that. So, but right off the bat, I already feel a little more confident in doing the plank situation. So we're going to work on that core situation with this. And like the advertising is as little as 3 minutes a day, which I don't understand how they're getting to it. All the videos I see are 10 minutes. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing for the 3 minutes to get the most out of it. So I don't know how much they're delivering on that quote unquote promise. They say 90 days and you'll get rid of that dad bod, but it's like, okay, how much are you going to do if you're still not eating right? What was the one when I was
you can't out exercise a bad diet.
No, not a bad diet or anything, but it says, hey, you can work on your core, but if you're doing other stuff, you're going to have a great core hidden underneath all the bad stuff you're doing to your body. So like you'll have the muscles, it's just nobody's going to be able to see them until you stop eating pizza. This is kind of the vibe I was getting off of the stuff I was reading about this. So as far as it's about $130 device. It was available on Amazon. I kind of wanted that in case it was like I want to get rid of this thing. I don't think it's going to work for me kind of situation. Like I at least got like, I don't know what, 20 or 30 days for that to be a thing. I was hoping to get it in. I got it in time, and I was hoping it would fit in my luggage to bring it along with me. It's only about 5 pounds, I think it said. But you see, it's pretty big, and it's wider than even my equipment cases. So I'd have to like pack around it basically. I could probably put it in as an angle, but that becomes problematic for some of the other equipment that I have. So like, can I fit this
especially
in a case?
On the way back and the way back too? It's one thing to say I'm going to pack on the way there, but when you have to pack in your hotel room, we don't have the time and the space, and you have to Tetris everything.
Man, I don't know what you're talking about. That's what I do every time because of all the equipment I have. Okay, how does a Starlink fit back in here? Also, I have things foamed out too. that everything has a logical place as far as like something like a Starlink or something.
True,
Or if I
yeah.
have something really big I need to protect, but then it's just a lot of like stuff I throw in there on top of it, or tripods or something like that. So it's again, it's one of those, like, it's just starting. I'm going to try to figure out how to get through this. I got one more flight, and then everything in June is a car ride, so I'm not worried about bringing this along. I think it's going to be a lot pretty easy when I get to June. It just, can I get it into luggage for at least one more plane trip next month as far as my travel season goes. I'm going to try to, like, I've been trying to take, I probably work out about 4 days a week right now. I was doing like every day before, and maybe taking a day off, like a year or two ago. And so I'm gonna try to do this at minimum every day, to stick to that in 90 days, 3 minutes a day, something like that, so I'm kind of sticking to what they say, and see what the results are going to be. As far as diet, I'm watching what I'm eating. I'm not going crazy and going quinoa 24/7 or anything like that, but we've already made a lot of lifestyle changes. Like, we do keto bread, and I do quinoa bowls for lunch here and there and things like that. So that's already like taking a chunk of bad stuff off of the plate for us. Right. Obviously traveling is the biggest issue. Try to get salads more often, anything like that. We had Chipotle the other night, things like, that's what we're trying to do as far as that goes. So, trying to treat ourselves a little bit better. And I think both me and Katie are kind of on that same page of things. So, although I don't know
that
what
also helps having a partner too.
Yeah, it helps having a kind of an account, but also, like, when you're in like Texas, you want to like we should get some good barbecue, which actually we didn't. Okay, yes, we did. We did go to Buc-ee's. But other than that, we just kind of got we kind of ate in. Mm-hmm.
For the board here,
yes.
Is it a hard surface that you're putting your elbows on, or is there a little bit of give there?
So I think that's the thing. It's I'll try to do. I keep wanting to go to the side, and then that's where the cord is for my headphones. No, it's a little bit of a rubbery kind of surface to it. Okay. So there is a little bit of give. That's the thing that's going to help your elbows when you're doing the planking kind of situation. And as far as the other side, here, let me show you this. It's got this kind of like
the hexagon.
Yeah, it's got the hexagon thing, and there's a lot of kind of rubber feet on it to help, like, in the middle and on the edges. So that helps that. I have a hardwood floor at home where I was trying this out. So I'm waiting for my dog to get comfortable with it and start visiting me, like when I was doing yoga at home. So it's always a fun thing. You probably have like a cat boop you if you do something on the floor, right, Dave?
A cat and our dogs. Our dogs, they are not afraid. You get down on the floor to do anything, they are in your face licking.
What are you up to? Why are you on my level? Lick. Kind of thing. So it's the Pure Plank, pureplank.com. If you go pureplank.com. And like I said, it does have an app. And I was afraid, like, I'll just do fitness because it's sure to have a subscription or something, right? No, they may not update it like a whole bunch, but in the meantime, like, it's a good amount of videos. I've only really gotten through one of them so far. But it does do a little bit. I haven't figured out entirely how to kind of track things when it comes to this. So, and I don't know why it's loading my Pure Plank experience like I'm loading it for the first time, but I am logged in and everything. And then you see there's kind of the videos. I don't know why they're not loading at the moment. Here, let me kick us off. Maybe the Wi-Fi is a little weird at the moment, but it gives you kind of the idea, and it does have like edges in here on some of the videos. I wonder if he's in some of the videos as well, but he's at least in the thumbnail of it. It didn't register the 10 minutes I spent doing the video. I don't know how it's supposed to. I did do a core strength on my Apple Fitness at least, but you do have like core strength, body weight. So I guess I probably want to focus on the body weight situation, right? And that's 5 planks for perfect posture, core rehab flow. I'll probably try to focus on these. So I'm actually going to favorite these at the moment. Is that some HIIT workouts going on? A HIIT workout, excuse me. Functional and let's see, mobility, sculpt, stability, balance, cardio, endurance, posture, stamina, full body. I can't imagine anything having more than 2 videos per category, and it's usually 1. But I mean, and there's not much variation on this too. when you get to pry planking, right? It's like, hey, these are the positions, and some of them just may get more intense than another because of like their body focus, right?
Right,
Or,
right. Or like you said, it could be, your arms more in versus more out, or maybe an unbalanced one where one's in, one's out type thing.
I don't know. I'm kind of curious if you are coming from absolute zero on this kind of stuff. I was surprised how well I did because I felt like I always struggled on this when I did the Apple Fitness version. And again, with nothing but like maybe a yoga mat or something, right? It just felt like I just couldn't hold any of this stuff. There was one thing where I was doing it was the out taps from the board. I
okay.
did move to the knee posture because I just felt like I couldn't get the balance right on it yet. I don't think I'm built up enough for it. So, and I do have a kind of a large frame and everything, and additional, of course. So I got a lot of weight I do have to maintain there, right? And again, I was kind of impressed with what the what the heart rate was doing. It was doing good with my rigs and everything for doing only a 10-minute thing. So that's pure plank. I think it's pretty good so far. And I'll see, if the planking does do any justice for me here at the end of 90 days. Hopefully I can stay consistent with it given the travel season and everything like that. 90 days is basically the end of my travel season. So was that like, well, I guess we'd be mid-July at that point. But still,
Right.
like that's I got through travel season. I've done pretty good, right? And it gives me something because I never like we never have much time to like I can't go down to the gym and do that and but if I got this and just do 10 minutes on it while I'm getting up in the morning, that might be a helper for me. So I'm always worried about working it and then like throwing my shoulder out or something like that because I felt like that happened a lot before. I'm hoping that kind of helps protect from something like that happening. Honestly, it helped me feel a little bit better because I was a little stiff from all the walking around and filming that we did over the weekend and Air Design in Fort Worth, Texas. So I just got an interesting message. Anyways, so yeah, that's what we have going on there. I'm really, like I say, I'm really kind of happy with it, and we'll see how things go from there. So, Dave, what is your awesome thing of the week?
Mine's a follow-up to something I had earlier. So I talked about I was going to get a CPAP machine, and at the time I was just dealing with the app they had for fitting you and figuring all that out. And after, I got the machine, been using it for a little bit, notice a major difference. It is amazing. And it still has an app. So I get a sleep score every morning that says how many hours I've used it, how many times I've taken the mask off that night, how many per hour sleep stops I've had. And it's all Wi-Fi connected. It was exceptionally easy to set up, and it's not that noisy. I was expecting much noisier, so it's much quieter.
So this is the ResMed AirSense 11?
That's the one that I have, yeah. And it does seem to help. It does have different nasal things because I got what they call the nose pillows, is the term they have. So I don't have like the full face mask, but here we go. Let me come back to me and I'll just how I wanted to show everyone what the mask look like here. So let me. Okay, so it's just going to take me a second here. Well, a little bit harder with the glasses. Now, admittedly, it's a little weird with the tube on top, because that's what gets plugged into the machine itself. But they're just kind of nasal things that kind of go right on my nose, and so I'm sleeping like this. And yes, it does look weird.
What's your comfort level with this thing? Because that's always kind of a concern with this, right?
Really not that bad.
I can't wait to the horrible YouTube comments when this pops up in the shorts feed. So, because we know they're so kind over there.
I am your father, Thor.
Listen, if you're not using this for cosplay, what are we even doing here?
But I would say this. It took a little bit getting used to because it does have that positive air at all times. But it's not horrible. It's not like I'm trying to fight against it. It took me a while to get the right sizing for the nose parts. Because if you don't have the right sizing, that can not get enough air in. Or when I first got this, I still had COVID, so breathing through the nose was an issue at that point. So that was a bigger issue more than anything else. But let me plug my headphones back in here.
So yeah, this is one of those things where like
not an earthquake.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it, didn't it?
But no, it honestly, after the first couple days, I started to feel a lot better. After I was done with COVID, and on this for a week or two, just a lot better. Waking up in the morning and not feeling like, oh, I need to go back to sleep because I haven't gotten any rest. And like I said, the app will actually show you how not only how long you use it. So I'm assuming it somehow knows because of the pressure of you breathing into it on and off if it's on your face or not. But in terms of like it says the seal, so it looks and sees, if you had a bad night with the seal and if you had leakage around it, and how many events per hour. Where when I had my sleep study test, I was having 80 events per hour where I was having some kind of breathing stoppage or issue. And I'm averaging right now 7 per hour. So that itself is just a major difference. So still not 100%. It's not magic, but it is amazing. If you know someone who snores badly or never wakes up and is always
listen,
tired,
I call it,
talk
so
to
that
your
I don't
doctor.
have arguments in my house, I call it bragging about sleep.
That works. But no, I mean, honestly, it is, and it is something that can cause a huge amount of problems because it is a major stress on the heart.
Yes.
If you stop breathing in the middle of the night. So it's definitely, I would say this, it depends on, of course, your insurance and all the other situation. But if you do have issues, talk to your doctor.
No, absolutely. I know some friends that have had that, and even they've almost kind of weaned themselves off of it. I don't know if that's an official thing or that's just a lifestyle situation for them.
It could be lifestyle.
They could be. Oh, also like the people I'm thinking have also been doing a lot of workout and has had some health issues starting to be dealt with, I guess. So like that may be also a process because the apnea could be from. I'm a doctor, potentially like being overweight or other ailments as well. So it solves the problem. It solves the problem, but it may not solve the source of the problem.
Right.
Which may be something else completely. So, which is a lot of medical, right? Listen, I've been watching a lot of The Pit. Anyways. So now we're all medical professionals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it is true. If you don't get good sleep, your body doesn't recover.
Right.
And, little nagging injuries or little just like you have an ache all the time. So you don't feel like doing anything. So and that makes it hard to exercise, and your body needs sleep to recover. And yes, it is 100% necessary.
That's why it's so hard to get over that. I've dealt with this. I've dealt with like, oh, I want to work out, but like, oh, I should probably like take care of myself, and I probably should take some time, and then you end up taking too much time, or something like that. It's like it's hard to get. There's a good line of like taking the 5 minutes like inconvenience to get yourself to the gym. Hey, it's snowing out, hey, it's raining out, or something like that is like the hardest part and the biggest thing. But if you can overcome that, you're so much better off with it.
Yeah.
So you get that first thing kind of taken care of, and then boom, like you're kind of off to the races with things, right?
Yeah. And I did hear a great suggestion from someone from the In Moderation podcast is saying they give themselves the ability to say, no, I'll skip working out today, but only when they get to the gym. So in their mind, if they're like, I don't feel like working out, maybe I'll skip, they'll be, okay, I'm giving myself permission to skip today's workout, but only if I make it to the gym's door. So if I get to the gym and I'm like, yeah, there's, I just don't feel like working out or physically or okay, you're giving yourself permission to go home. But if you can get yourself to that door, more than likely or not, you're not going to say, yeah, I'm just going to turn around. It's like, I'm here. I don't feel that bad. I'll just get some exercise in.
I don't know if that works out for me because right next door to that gym is a pizza place. And a few doors down is Hanlon's, which is a great diner. We love to go grab breakfast. We've actually been talking about playing hooky one day and just going to have breakfast and BSing and catching up. So, because honestly, the gym is kind of our catch-up point. So, but we're getting work done too, of course. But obviously not hell level stuff or anything like that. But we get moving. That's the biggest point about it. And emotionally, it helps too. So. But yeah, no. So that is the. What were we talking about again? I lost the thing. AirSense 11, the ResMed AirSense 11. If you want to check that out, if you're
I would say talk to your doctor. And honestly, I didn't pick out the device. They looked at, they have doctors there that after I did my sleep study, they looked at my results and they're like, okay, you have this. This is the device we suggest.
Well, and we're at this point where most of the options that are presented are going to be these interesting smart devices like this, right?
Yeah.
Because they're so prevalent. So unless you have like some terrible insurance, which don't get me started on my thoughts on insurance these days, which they'd love to give you this because then then people are making money off of it one way or another. So, but either way, so. Very, very cool. Do we do your next segment now or after? You know what? Let's give you a break here.
Okay.
And let's go see what Chachi has to say in this week's Video Game Minute.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Chachi Says Video Game Minute. Here's as much video game news I can cover in under a minute. All happy notes this week. The Zelda movie has finished filming, has moved to post-production for the 2027 release, so that's good. Public interest in Artemis 2 trip around the moon has caused a 66% increase in playership in video game Kerbal Space Program. It turns out that this is not the first time something like this happens. Anytime NASA does anything of note, the hot space game at the time sees a massive increase in playership. The last time this happened, it was with No Man's Sky in 2017 and again in 2019. And lastly, a welfare check on a 91-year-old woman turns out to just be her gaming. Ohio has a program called Are You Okay? It's a daily call check-in for elderly people who live alone. The lady who has not been publicly identified failed to answer her call or calls from her daughter. Police followed up with a welfare check and found her in her room playing video games. When asked, she stated that she was trying to beat a score and didn't want to be bothered. I understand completely. Thanks for watching this week's Chachi Says Video Game Minute. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Chachi, for that Video Game Minute. Very excited for that Zelda movie as well. So, is High on Life 2 count as a space game? There's aliens. Listen, there's High on Life 2 and Dungeon Crawler Carl have some similar themes in it that's really kind of bugging me right now. So it's the whole extinction event thing. So I can't remember if the planet blew up at the beginning of High on Life at the first one. So that's a problem when you play in like a sequel or even just a game in general. Like, what did we do at the beginning? Right? It's just like, every time I pick it up like playing old Mario games on like the Nintendo DS and the Game Boy and stuff, and some like GameCube, and there's like always a cinematic. I'm like, am I gonna remember this cinematic? Like when by the time 10 hours later when I get to this thing, which probably took me like a month to get through, if not longer,
Yeah.
with timing and everything, like I don't remember how we got here, you know? Like, okay, that was nice, but it's gone out of my, like I need to finish a game and then immediately start it again to remember how we started
Okay. Yeah.
for the context of the game.
Right,
but-
you almost need a last time.
Yes. That's what ChatGPT is. What was I doing before this? What did we do when we got up to this point? Especially if it's been a little while since I've been to a game and stuff. Hell, again, I'm still doing that for my books from time to time, too. Anyways, thank you to our Patreon supporters at patreon.com/awesomecast. Last week, you got first, and it's dropping this Thursday for everybody else on YouTube, Dave Podner's M5 MacBook Air review, which is coming at us from right now through the wonderful lens and the built-in ring lights that they have going on. Man, I love that thing. Me, I have like a light over here to help side light me as well. So, and I got to set up another one for my guest this evening. Anyways, so thank you to everybody that supports us over there, including Brian Crawford, Cynthia Klosky, John Nagore, and the Dave Podner, who says that you can also use code DAVE26 at gcxc.com/eventspa for a discounted registration of races. So go check that out.
Yep. And I will mention there is a race coming up in a couple weeks. It's the week after the Pittsburgh Marathon, so it's the second weekend in May. It's their Thrifty 5K. It's exceptionally cheap because the medal you get is a leftover medal.
Okay.
So, well, you figure, you know, the organizers, they have, let's say 300 people sign up for a race. There's always a few people who don't make it. And
Pittsburgh's only garage sale 5K.
Exactly. So there's all these, there's like little medals here and there. So they just have, okay, you finished the 5K. Here's our leftover medals. Pick which one you're interested in. And they have a cash only area where if you're interested in picking up like old t-shirts or something like that from previous years, pick up what you're interested in. And I think it's only $20, or at least it was. I don't know if it's still only $20.
Yep, still $20.
Yeah.
For
5K with a medal, that's exceptionally cheap.
Yeah, so that's May 9th, Allison Park, and you can go check that out.
Basically North Park. Yeah, basically North Park.
Runsignup.com, and just look up Thrifty 5K Pittsburgh, but not in Bing right now, because Bing is like in Spanish for me. It's getting very, very strange. I don't know what happened over there.
See.
So it's, see. Yeah, this is what I'm getting. What is, Les Site Official de la Wallonne? I don't. How did my Bing change?
I'm assuming just hit the thing over there in language and then
is it language? Is it
Ingles.
What's happening? How did I Bing wrong? Why? Is this because I've been so close to the border? Country, region, Canada. Oh, maybe I have this might be French. Oh, why did I am so depressed that I did not recognize French and might be in Montreal right now. No, my thing's not on, actually. So, I don't know what's happening. No, we're not in Canada right now.
We do not have any poutine, eh?
Hey, don't get me started on poutine. That stuff was wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways.
That's the good stuff, eh?
On the fries, eh? It's okay. Some of my best friends are Canadian, or should be. I still think my wife is a secret Canadian. I was waiting for a response on that one. Anyways, Dave, you got some stuff going on. What month is it?
It is Arab American History Month.
Yay!
So we're celebrating people who probably aren't getting mentioned as they should.
No, we definitely don't have a public standing for this month.
No.
Well, we're doing our part.
We are trying to help out. So this individual, if you're familiar with the term SSL or Secure Socket Layer, basically the thing that allows you to do stuff on the internet with that's secure, like, oh, I don't know, giving your credit card out or your private information. He was the one who helped develop it.
And who is
He
he?
is no. His name is I don't know pronunciation. Tahir El Gamal is the best I can get it. But he is considered the father of SSL. If you look at what he did, he's been at multiple companies. Basically the scheme for crypto security. It was adopted by the National Institute of NIST, National Institute of Standard Technology. His development of secure sockets allowed, and that was at Netscape in the 90s when the whole base of the internet was getting developed. So he was involved with a lot of this information. He was at Salesforce as their chief technology officer. He's 70 years old now. So I don't think he's retired still. He's still out there being active. And he got his Bachelor of Science in Electrical from Cairo University in 1977, and then went to Stanford and got a master's and doctorate in 1981 and 1984. So, been involved, active from very early on. Chief scientist at Netscape. For the younger ones out there, Netscape was really your first browser you used before Microsoft came along with Internet Explorer. And we can get into why IE won versus Netscape, because I don't want to say they cheated, but it's Microsoft. But he has been involved a lot of executive roles dealing with RSA, which is one of the main research companies. And again, this is, if you're involved with computers, technology, and knowing people who are involved with the foundation of what we're using on the web, he is one of those people. And, one of those people that probably, unless, like, if I didn't go out and look, I wouldn't have any idea. And it's kind of neat to see what these people, how they started, where they developed, and what they did after they finished developing. Because, like I said, he's still heavily involved. He's a director in some companies still. So it isn't a matter of someone who, this person was active, decades ago and they retired. No, he's still active. So, he's still active and doing everything. Just something to keep in mind when you're thinking about who developed the people who developed what we're using today, and how varied of a field it is of people who developed the technology we're using.
Excellent. Thank you for that.
Welcome.
And related, I found myself on, because I was kind of curious, and I found myself, they still run a Netscape Navigator news page from AOL Media, by the way. So that was fun discovery. Hey, breaking news that just came across my email 4 minutes ago. It would appear that there was a story about how the new CEO of or head or whatever of Xbox gaming at Microsoft said that Game Pass is too expensive, Dave. Too expensive. Update to your Ultimate subscription will be going from $29.99 to $22.99. Player feedback has made it clear that gamers want this tier to be the best value in gaming, and that aligns with our vision. Everything else is staying the same. We'll still continue to access hundreds. They mentioned Call of Duty like twice here. So they're really pushing.
There is a change, because I heard this on Daily Tech News Show.
Okay.
I forget which program it is. It may have been Call of Duty's, but it's not one of the programs new. When they come out with new ones, won't be available until that holiday season.
New ones.
So I forget which.
I see where it is. New Call of Duty games What's changing? Beginning of this year, future Call of Duty titles won't join Game Pass Ultimate at launch. New Call of Duty games will be added to Ultimate about a year later, while existing Call of Duty titles already in the library will continue to be available. Okay.
Which I'm assuming that either immediate access will be a one-time purchase if you're interested in it, or maybe there's a higher tier.
I think it's just
They
gonna
haven't
be.
mentioned,
I think they just
it'll be a
listen.
one-time
Call of Duty is the moneymaker, and that's how they justify this taking this down. Is which is funny because what they've taken away. So what is that? About an $8
It's around $8.
about $7 about a $7 difference. And let's see times 12 off the top of my noggin. 84, which is about what you're going to pay for Call of Duty. How's that work out, huh? So
now, if you're not massive into Call of Duty,
No.
or if you can wait,
yeah.
you make out.
Listen, man, I'm not going to miss not being in the new Call of Duty. I really am not. And I'm okay paying $7 less for what I'm getting. Anyways, so I'm good with this. Hey, thanks, Microsoft. Thanks. Somebody was really mad about giving more money to Microsoft off of one of our shorts I was looking at today. And I was like, okay, carry on. I don't know, like, are you... And I'm like, what are you even coming from? Are you a Microsoft person that's mad about giving Microsoft money? It's like, well, you kind of already did this, and aren't you buying games? And I don't... Man, I got to stop trying to make sense of people that comment on our stuff on YouTube. It's the first
We
problem.
do appreciate the comments. So we really
appreciate
do
the comments, but don't be an a-hole. Like... on the internet, don't be an a-hole on the internet.
Have you been on the internet recently?
I know. I try not to. I'm changing to different things. Hey, you know what? Katie got me on. I started pulling up Reddit. I'm trying to change behavior here a little bit. There's two things that have happened for me. One, Dungeon Crawler Carl has replaced most of my podcasts, unfortunately, including the tech ones. But also, I feel like I've been listening to the same conversation week to week on my tech podcasts. So it's replaced that. It's also replaced the kind of political ones that I listen to a lot. I stopped watching one show that usually kind of angers me, but I was watching because I want to hear the different opinions kind of idea. And the other thing that happened was Katie kind of keeps telling me about stuff she sees on Reddit, including Dungeon Crawler Carl. Dungeon Crawler Carl has changed my life, actually. So I started going through Reddit instead of trying to pull Facebook up as my default because I got that tinge where I have to pick up my phone and open something up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And usually that ends up being Facebook these days. It used to be Twitter, and we don't do that. And Blue Sky hasn't really filled that gap for me yet, as a default to jump into to see what's going on because I feel like I see the same stuff. And I think it's the algorithm that does that, honestly.
Exactly.
Mastodon hasn't done it for me. Threads is probably the closest, but I'm still not on top of that. I end up there anyways because the other apps drag me into it. Instagram's Instagram, and I think that's okay to stick with for me right now. But I started going through Reddit, and I just found things were just far more interesting. And when I get an opportunity here, the biggest thing that's selling me on Reddit at the moment, I didn't realize, maybe I knew this from a while ago when I just didn't care. You can pay for a subscription on Reddit and not get any ads.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And and we'll talk about ads on the Wrestling Mayhem show later this evening for some stuff going on there. But because the thing that I abhor the most is not having the option to get rid of ads. I will pay you more to not have ads. It's terrible economically for myself, but I just don't want it, and there's a couple things that I'm stuck with it on, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah, I also say the one advantage of Reddit is that you subscribe the subreddits on it, so you're just, I mean, assuming you go to your feed, you don't go to the homepage.
Yeah.
So you don't.
I was pulling up the app, so I don't know what. I guess that's just the feed,
okay.
right?
Yeah. That's just your feed. The things you're subscribed to, or things that are similar to it. So, that makes it a lot easier not to get hit with some kind of weird stray comment or weird thing that comes in.
It does,
because it is a little more related to what you're interested in.
It is suggesting some stuff, and I'm concerned about some of the things it does suggest are really politically charged, and definitely I'm worried about confirmation bias a little bit too, but also I need to not like have anxiety all the time. So I don't know. I'm trying to run that line here. So hey, there's my buddy Zach Gowen getting thrown down the stairwell by Brock Lesnar. I was just talking about him with somebody today. But anyway, so it's I kind of like it. It's a different side of the internet than I'm usually involved in, and I have been in my head trying to crack trying to crack Reddit for a while, and this is the first time where I'm like, hey, I think I should live in here for a while and see what we can do with it. So, but yeah, no, I'm kind of down with this idea. So, and hopefully I'll have a little bit more Reddit. You can already see how much my Reddit is so much just like wrestling, and Dungeon Crawler Carl and wrestling and Pittsburgh, and apparently I have some videographer groups in here. And I don't even notice much of the ads in this as I'm scrolling too. Definitely some. Oh, that's Onion. That's why. That makes sense that I have Onion actually. So I don't know. And it's even I'm hearing friends like kind of shine away from TikTok for I think a lot of the same reasons. But I mean that's the biggest thing to me is the ads. Although I did appreciate even TikTok isn't terrible with the ads to me. Aside from I get the gambling on everything Kishi ads. I started getting a Kishi permanent ad at the bottom of my telly, which made me very, very upset. So it's giving you stats based on Kishi, and I was like, Kishi is that thing where did you know you can
bet on the weather.
Yeah, bet on if it's going to snow tomorrow or something. It was just like, oh no, we don't need this in our lives. Stuff like that. I just need to get away from all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. That's where I'm at there. Good news because I have not addressed the Wrestling Mayhem Show AwesomeCast Reddits. Did you know we have a Reddit? I forgot about it until just now. We're still posting stuff to it, so at least like our videos are kind of dropping in there from the YouTube and everything. So you can go. Oh yeah. Oh, I need to sign to make sure I'm not a bot.
Okay. Let's say I thought it was going to be sign in because it could be restricted.
Yeah, that could be.
Not this show. That's the other show.
Yeah, that's the other show. So it's there. We're not doing much with it at the moment. Maybe we'll share things maybe I'll share stories to it as I get more into hey, if I find stories on Reddit, I'm probably going to share it to the Reddits. As well. Like keep it in house a little bit. So, but I'm in on it. It's kind of got me a little bit, right? So, yeah. What's your experience been on Reddit, Dave?
Oh, I enjoy it. I really do. Like I said, it's more of I don't get as much, and of course, this is just like anything else. You have to work on saying, I'm not interested in this. Or if they suggest something that you're like, yeah, no, I don't know. You can say, no, I'm not interested. Exactly. So like yours, mine Reddit's Pittsburgh, wrestling, iPhone photography, some politics, but that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Hey, Dave, as a photo buff, I have a story here that I want to get your opinion on. Our old friend of the show, Ryan Haggerty, shared this post that I shared over about DaVinci color tools for still images becoming part of the platform. And I don't know that you've downloaded DaVinci and played with it. It's a video app typically. It's free up until a certain point, and it's I think it's only like $400, maybe $300 for it. I see a lot of professionals are moving towards this platform, especially over things like Adobe Premiere, for instance. So I just wondering if you looked at this, Dave, and I'd like to get your kind of opinion on it, or tell us, is there anything that I'm missing as far as the big the big news on this?
I think I have downloaded it and I've tried to use it, but because of the workflow being so different from what I'm used to, just even getting started in the basics is a bit of an issue for me.
Sure.
You just can't simply open photo and then work on it. You have to import the photo and do this. And so it's a little confusing. Maybe if you're, because like you said, it's primarily a video platform. And it looks like the editing itself is kind of limited outside of the color. So I think the big advantage is you can take a photo and use the same color setup that you would for a video.
And I think that's the thing, because I know
it looks the same.
I believe one of the biggest keys for DaVinci is if you're really big into color grading, it's got some of maybe the best tools. I think from what I understand, that's one of the big reasons people are going towards that. So I think it's a bridge that if you're a video editor that's already doing this on the video side, you can now bring over that to the photo side, right?
Right. But the rest of the editing tools are kind of basic.
Okay.
You know, your light, dark.
It's more like, hey, do you need a color
else.
grade? We got you.
Yeah.
But we got you for that. You know,
That's pretty much it.
If that's your biggest thing you need right now, we got you. And everything else is just basic. Okay, let's do this. So
yeah, it's definitely not a Lightroom competitor.
No. It is curious because I think this is another comment on one of ours is like, you know, Adobe's in trouble. There's a reasonable competition for about every major app that they have. I'd love to research this. What would it look like to replace most of the Adobe suite? You know, and I think, you know, obviously, I think we run into a lot of the same stuff, right? Where it's like, well, Photoshop is the thing I know and have known forever, so I'm kind of locked in on knowledge base. I have to start over. You'd probably be just fine in DaVinci if you spent more time with it, right? But you have a base knowledge. And listen, if you've been doing this for 20 or 30 years, 10 years even, it's hard to like pick up new software if you don't really have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's and similar to I found a lot of Adobe products, it's not beginner friendly. Which I understand. DaVinci is not a beginner software.
No, absolutely not.
Hey, I want to try making some videos and content. But, no, you're going to go to iMovie or Final Cut Pro. Even
you get it free. Like, you can just download it, but it's like it's given as like there's a card that lets you know when you buy any Blackmagic design hardware. You know, and that's now down to a $300. You know. What is this device in front of me? A10 Mini Pro or A10 Mini. So like if you're already edging towards, and again, that's low end. It used to be probably the entry level was probably about $1,000 for Blackmagic general hardware, right? So I think up until now, it's been, hey, if you're interested in this and you're kind of interested in taking this to the next level, here's a very serious thing for you to get into. It's not CapCut. It's probably a little more powerful than even a CapCut, right? Like CapCut's specialized for a specific time of kind of video, right? There's some good tools in it that you can use for other things, but like I'm using it to clip those videos you give me, spruce them up a little bit, add the text, you know, in the template and kick it out. I'm only using CapCut other than sparingly just needing like some other function real quick. It's really just to do, you know, the one client's social media videos. I don't even use it for the other ones because we use AI and Opus for it. So, but like for this show and stuff like that. So it's very, very interesting. It's worth getting into. I really need to touch base with it more. Just, you know, I'm going to run into a project where eventually, I keep telling my that, but I haven't really had that like, oh, this is an Adobe Premiere project. You need to know what you're doing. It's like, I did have the, here's some After Effects files. Good luck on our branding. And that's been a thing I've been battling with for the last like year and a half, maybe. I'm getting, Dave, it's a lot of progress. I don't know if you noticed the videos lately, but they look a lot like the other videos now. So I'm hoping, actually, I just got a review for my one I did a month ago. Finally today, and we'll find out. So I'm like, I don't know if everybody's gonna be happy with me being really good with the branding. Either way, that is not the interest. Hi, mom. Mom's in the chat, guys. So, I don't know why I said it that way. I'm just tired. Dave, what are we talking about next? What do you want to get into here?
Well, to breaking news that broke either earlier today or yesterday, depending on when it officially broke.
Is it the wood pulp one?
No. This is Tim. This is Tim Apple turning into Tim retirement.
Tim Apple, you've had such a good time.
Now he's still going to be with the company. He's going to be chairman of the board, and he will be the one that deals with government bodies.
Okay. So he's still going to be in charge of the big golden fake awards. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. And also, and I hate to say more importantly, dealing with the Chinese government.
Yep.
And dealing
They
with
love him
all
over there.
They love him, but you still gotta it's all the diplomacy, saying nice doggy while grabbing for the stick.
Well, it's also a cultural thing. It's honestly, it is
yeah.
also a cultural thing too.
Yeah.
Like dealing with that, like it's I mean,
And remember before Tim was CEO, he was head of your logistics, so he dealt with.
So he's basically been
supply
doing the
chain.
same job this entire time across 3 titles, right?
Very close, except that it was more. He was only dealing with supply chain, and then as someone said, Steve, you wouldn't have an iPad if you didn't have Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't have an iPad going back to when it originally was rolled out for $500 without Tim Cook.
Yeah, exactly. No,
You
and
know,
I
work
think
with the supply chain.
is this how's the phrase go? I don't know for sure, but I know that Tim Cook, CEOs, I feel like there's the CEO job, like the broad one, but I think they bring a specialty with them, right? And that's the actual job they're doing, is making sure this aspect of the company is covered while also working on the big ideas of a company, right?
Right. And making sure your next level down are high quality, high knowledge people who aren't just a bunch of yes people, but are, because it sounds like the way Tim Cook runs, he's a very consensus builder.
So
not we're doing it this way or else, but let's all get together and we'll make a consensus and we'll move on from there.
So he's stepping back, obviously. So like from the big thing. So, but he's still honestly, I think this is his passion, is dealing with this kind of aspect, right? And now who's going to be the replacement? John Turnus, not somebody I've heard about a lot.
You have seen him. You have seen him though. You have seen him on the keynotes. He has been
of
there.
course, I would hope so. But I haven't watched a keynote broadly in like a while. So.
Okay.
So according to Tim's letter to the people, John Turnus has the mind of an engineer, the soul of an innovator, and the heart to lead with integrity and with honor. He is a visionary whose contributions to Apple over 25 years is already too numerous to count. He is without question the right person to lead Apple into the future. I could not be more confident in his abilities and character, and I look forward to ChatGPT did this, didn't it? So that was our test, right? So
now the new guy is a hardware guy.
Yes. So
that is a big thing for Apple to pick a hardware guy. Now
he's got a good hair too, by the way.
Oh yeah. And first of all, if you would have told me the guy on the left's been at Apple for 25 years.
Oh yeah, that kind of surprised me too. I'm like, oh, he's a young guy, right? No, he's probably in his 40s.
Yeah. Or maybe early 50s.
Yeah.
But he is an engineer. He does have an engineering background. He was not if you've seen the Apple videos, the guy who's in the lab with, I believe, the German accent talking about how wonderful the chips are. He's now your head of hardware engineering.
Oh, he's German?
He's got I don't know, it's some kind of European accent. I don't know what it is.
Oh boy.
They all sound alike.
Okay. They all sound
that'll piss
alike.
people off. That'll piss people off. They all sound alike.
What is this move you're doing? What is this dismissive hand gesture you have going on?
They all kind of sound alike.
Oh my God. Oh no. We got to turn off the old man button on you. There you go.
But no, this is a big deal because you figure, for most people who have dealt with technology, they really know only 2 Apple CEOs. Steve Jobs and Tim Cook, and that's it. And you kind of don't really know about the Pepsi guy, or you forgot about the Pepsi guy. For a good reason.
Yeah.
Not the most successful CEO.
That was a bad time.
Yeah, you figure, but I mean, Apple CEOs are kind of like Pittsburgh Steelers coaches. They're there forever.
They really are. Tomlin was there forever.
Yeah, Tomlin was there for 19 years.
Do we have a new coach yet?
We do. Yeah,
we do?
McCarthy. Mike McCarthy.
Yeah. Where's he from? Is he a college guy?
Greenfield. Greenfield.
Wait, Greenfield, like Greenfield, PA?
Yeah, like Big Jim's in the Run. Yeah.
Okay, but where did he
His
come
family.
from?
He was a coach of Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
And then the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
And then he had a year where he was not a coach.
Were they good years?
He was good.
Okay.
He was a good coach.
Okay.
He's an older guy though.
Okay, we'll
So
see.
he's not going to be a 20-year or 15-year coach. He's already in his 60s.
Yeah. Cowher was a pretty young guy at the time, right? And
yeah.
and
Cowher
obviously
was
Tomlin,
young. Tomlin's still a young guy.
Yeah. Where he's not done. You think he's done?
I think, honestly, he said he's going to sign as a head analyst for NBC for their Sunday Night Football.
You know what? Good for him. Less stress.
So,
he deserves it.
And I mean, honestly, he got kids in college or just out of college.
Can we put him on the same panel with Cowher and
Noel?
Is Noel a thing?
No.
You
mean I thought you meant like Steelers coaches.
Quarterback. From the 70s. What the hell?
Bradshaw?
Bradshaw, yeah. Yeah, give me Bradshaw, give me Cowher, and give me Tomlin. Let's make that happen.
Oh God,
let's make that
perfect.
happen. Oh my God, that would be. Is Bradshaw still rolling? I don't.
Still rolling.
Is he?
No, he's still part of it, but they're all 3 different networks.
What?
So somehow
we
have
split
to
up the
make
Steelers. What the hell?
They have split them up.
Everybody wants one. You're only allowed one. That's the rule. Yeah, they do have. I do feel like our Steelers post analysts have like some of the most interesting. Again, I'm not a regular watcher of this stuff. Just whenever it's on at Red Robin.
I'll say this:
I feel
Tomlinisms are very his little words.
Oh,
and
that's gonna get over so
well. That I mean, honestly, he could talk so long and not say anything. Which a lot of times, if you're having a press conference, that's your main job.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to give away.
All right.
You don't want to say that person's injured. Just similar to like a CEO of a company, you don't want to say, that product that we came out with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sucks.
So, congratulations to the new CEO of Apple, Mike Tomlin. And moving on. Hey,
obviously.
I realize we're running short on time here, so I'm going to move some of the stuff to Patreon. We're going to find out what an old Game Boy Color can do in an F1 track, and we'll see what other stories and anything else we want to get into that we can pick out of here. Dave Potter, iPhoneography Podcast, thank you so much.
Glad to be here.
Thank you.
And real quick, if anyone's going to I know not 100% technology related, but if you are going to the draft, NFL draft this weekend coming up in Pittsburgh, remember they are requiring that you have the draft app.
Yes.
To actually get in or out.
Yes.
It's all in the app.
Yep.
So don't forget to load it up before you get there.
You're going to be there. I expect a full review of the technology and experience of the NFL draft here in Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm actually going to be too busy to even get near anything down there. All my work is on this side of the river, and I do not intend to cross it. So, yes, I did some business downtown this afternoon, and I'm probably done for the Actually, I think somebody may be gifting me some Pirates tickets for Thursday.
What time is it an afternoon?
It's at 12:35, I believe.
Okay, that won't be too bad then.
Oh, but still.
Yeah.
Why? I was like, oh, she's doing me a favor. No, maybe she's not. I don't know. I don't even care about the Pirates, but I also want to see the view. I don't know. Maybe they're good tickets. I don't know. She said, my sister said she won them. I think it's this Thursday. It might be next, but I'm kind of hoping it's next. We'll find out. Thank you so much. Check out patreon.com/awesomecast or check it out YouTube for the archives as well. We'll see you guys next time. You have been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at Sorgatron.